Hello handy beaders! I fell in love with this stitch recently. I think it's called snake chain, but I'm not sure because I'm not able to find more information about it or the author. So if you are familiar with this stitch, I will be happy to see more information in the comment section below so I can change the title of the video or give a credit to the author of this stitch. But so far I would like to talk about this stitch a bit because I like to work with it and to experiment with it. I like its versatility. I'm a very practical person, so for me it's really nice to work with different shapes and sizes of the beads and see how it works. When it's done, it looks like honeycomb. It depends if you are using only one row of the units, of the hexagon shape units, which you are creating with the beads. You will see later, I will show you. And if you are using just one row, it will be really nice, for example bracelet or necklace. But if you are using more rows, it looks like honeycomb. Now I'm working on some new project, and I will release a video tutorial on of this project, so stay tuned and maybe you will be surprised how you can use different types of beads, because I'm all about different types of beads and some interesting shapes and two-hole beads and so on. So for me this project will be really nice. I can see it right now that it will be just perfect. So I hope you are looking forward to it, and you will be satisfied with this one. But for now I would like to show you some samples or some projects to see how it's working. And right now I have this sample here. It's sparkly one, and what's important is it's the back side of this it's bracelet, I don't know, of this sample, let's say, and you can see the structure of the honeycomb. If you don't concentrate on the bicone beads, you can see I've used rondelle beads, and then they form some kind of hexagon shape. So enough talking, let's do some basic snake chain stitch. I have some 7/0 seed beads here, but it doesn't matter. It's up to you which kind of beads you are using. I can imagine you can use almost any kind of seed beads, and you will end up having really nice hexagon units, one below another. So let's start with your thread. I'm using black, I think it's 9mm thread, but I'm not sure, to make a bracelet or a necklace using quite heavy beads. It's better to use monofilament thread or something like how it is called, fireline, some kind of beading thread which is quite firm and really holds the project nice in place and in shape. But for the demonstration, as usual, I'm using the black thread and those beige seed beads. These are 7/0 seed beads. So I have a needle on each of my ends, and I will pick up 3 seed beads, put them down, and then crisscross the first or the last bead, add it on this right side of your thread, so you will have a circle. I like to put my needles together so the circle will be centered in the middle of the thread. Then you will have 1 needle in your left hand and 1 needle in your right hand. So let's start with your right hand and pick 2 seed beads and crisscross with the left needle the last seed bead you have added and pull it tight. So you will have this kind of X shape, still working with the needles that one is in your right hand and one is in your left hand. So pick the needle in your left hand and pick 2 seed beads, put them down, and take your right hand needle and go through crisscross and go through the last bead you have added in the opposite direction and pull it tight. This thread is not working for me. It's really soft for this work. So when you see it like this, it looks like kind of W shape, isn't it? With the needle you hold in your right hand, pick 2 beads and crisscross the last bead you have added with the left hand needle and pull it down. So now you can see maybe how you are progressing your work. Now maybe it's better this way. Yes. Okay, you can see the initial X here, initial X. Then you can see your W here, and then you can see 2 beads of this current circle. When you have your W, you can see there are 2 beads sticking out this way. So these 2 are the central beads. You will see it later, but just remember these 2 are central beads. So 2 beads on the left hand needle and crisscross the last with the right hand needle, then 2 beads on the right hand needle and crisscross with the needle you are holding in your left hand. You will end up having a snake-like structure or chain like this, so this, and then those sticking out beads, they will be in the middle when you will turn back and form the hexagon shapes or the honeycomb. Just units that resemble the honeycomb. So working on, now you have to add on your left needle. So maybe this way it will be better for you to see. 2 of them, and with the right hand needle crisscross the last bead you have added and slide everything down. Oh, I like to hack this. Okay, you can see it's not good in holding the shape because of the beading thread I'm using. But when you look on this like that, you can see there is a little snake shape. It's like W, 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 and so on and so on. So, adding on your right hand needle, there will be 2 beads, and crisscrossing with the left needle and pulling everything tight. To make it more clear, I think this one is really easy. I don't want to make it too difficult, so it's just like this. 3 beads, crisscrossing the last, then 2 beads on the right needle, crisscrossing the last with the left needle, 2 beads on the left needle, crisscrossing with the right needle, the last bead you have added, and so on until you have the desired length of your, let's say, bracelet or chain. I think this will be enough for the demonstration. This is my initial chain, my primary chain, right? It looks like W's or M's, maybe it looks like M somehow. But we have to go around, so we will end here and continuing and catching those sticking out beads. So I will show you. Pick 2 beads on your right hand needle and crisscross with the left one, last bead, of course. So you can see now you are turning around in the opposite direction. So still holding the right needle in your hand like this, pick another 2 beads, slide them down and crisscross the last with the left hand needle, pull it, and now it's clear that you are turning around like this and forming the honeycomb. Maybe I can show it in a closer look, and I will pull it tight like this. There are some W's, 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 and now here when you're working on your you are like turning left, so you have to add the beads on the right hand needle. So now you can see the work is turning around and going back. So still working with the right needle in the right hand, so turning around the work. And now count with me. I would like to form a hexagon here. How many beads I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to form a hexagon, I will need 6 beads. So pick another 2 beads on the right needle, slide them down, and crisscross the last bead with the left needle and pull it tight. And now you can see, or when you are not watching this part of the work, you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beads, so it's fine. So now I will just close the circle and form a hexagon unit. It's easy like this. I will go through the sticking out bead here with the left needle, and when we are working in the circles of 3 beads, I will need to add one more to close this small circle. So I will pick one and crisscross with the other needle. And now you can clearly see there is, oh, it looks like star when using this black thread, but you can clearly see there are 6 beads in this circle, in this unit. So what about next unit? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads here, so I have to add 2 more on the right needle. Then slide those 2 beads down and crisscross with the left needle and pull. And now you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again in the circle or in the hexagon unit, which are not joined together. So picking the left needle and going through this sticking out bead will make them close the circle. And then, of course, when working in small 3 or circles of 3 beads, you will need another bead and crisscrossing with the other needle. And when pulling, another hexagon. Then we are working towards the beginning of this chain. So now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads, and I will need one more, so I'm adding 2 beads on my right hand needle and crisscrossing the last bead with the left needle, pulling it really tight. And again, count with me how many beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So I have to do what? Just to close this circle. Picking one bead, doesn't matter which needle, and crisscrossing. So now you have the first row of your snake chain. If you are willing to continue and you want to make another row, you can just simply go through the beads, so you will end here, and then you can continue doing the same. So maybe I can show you few steps, it's easy. So I'm going to reach this bead here, one needle, another, you want to go in the direction you originally went when doing the last unit, hexagon unit. I have to pull it, and now you are here. And what to do? As you can see, here you have the 4 beads of the new unit, which will be next to the last unit. So you have to go up this sticking out bead with each needles, and you are still just crisscrossing. It's nothing more. Now you can go in the same direction as you did here. So you will add the beads on your right hand needle, but you have to flip your work over. So this will be the right hand needle. Or you can work, I will flip it like this. You can work the same way, just to add, just adding the beads on this left needle. I will add beads on the left needle, so you will see either way, just 2 beads, crisscrossing with the right hand needle and pulling. And now you have just the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads in the new hexagon unit. So 2 more. It's just 1 more in the circle, but 2 more to add, and crisscrossing with the right needle, pulling it tight. And now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have to join the circle and end or close this hexagon unit. So what is next? It's just to pick 1 bead and crisscrossing. So you have your unit done. And again another unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to add 2 beads on the left hand needle and crisscross the last with the right needle, pulling it tight, and again counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's just easy to go through this first bead and form the circle. So picking 1 seed bead and going through it in the opposite direction, and so on until you end with the desired length. That's for the first row, and for the other rows there will be desired width of your bracelet or a necklace or whatever you are working on. I hope it wasn't chaotic, it was understandable for you. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and stay tuned for the other video, because it will be huge. No, just kidding. It will be really nice, and I'm happy with the design I will come up. So happy beading, everyone. Don't be shy to ask if you want to know something. And one important thing is that I will pop a link on Pinterest. I think it's Pinterest, and there will be diagram that will be written, or some kind of graphic diagram. So if you are not really into these video tutorials, I hope you are, but I'm not a good teacher. So if you are not really excited about this tutorial, there will be another tutorial which is not mine. I'm not able to find the author, so I'm not sure if you will be satisfied, and if the author will be satisfied, but you will find it there. It's free again, and you can experiment as you wish, and I will be happy to see all your stuff and all your designs on my Facebook page in the private messages. I can upload them on my Facebook page. And happy beading, everyone. Bye bye.